Howdy, folks. I'm a small speckled acorn named Roy.
No, you're not, and I'm Amber.
Amber thinks that I am not. Tell everyone, tell Amber that that is not the case, that I am indeed a small speckled acorn named Roy. So, anyhow, our first letter is titled, Am I a jerk for extorting my family to see my child? Oh, wait, no, wait. Some reason it has the wrong title here. What's wrong? I must be losing my mind here. Am I the jerk for refusing to bend the rules on seeing my newborn just for one person, my sister-in-law, even though it's the only chance that she has to see him in months? So, I'm a 34-year-old female and gave birth on Christmas Day before my son's birth, and to lessen visits, my husband, a 28-year-old male, made a list in October and sent it out to everyone. Some of the rules up to date: all vaccines. If you feel anyway sick, don't visit. Let us know a week beforehand so we can arrange a day and time. Pretty reasonable so far. No smokers. Okay. No phone calls or visits between 7:30 and 10 p.m. You can only stay an hour. No picking up the baby without consent. No advice. No perfume. No deodorant. No is no. We won't explain why. No pictures to be taken or posted on social media. If you visit the first time, you'll be expected to give the mother a gift card and the baby a gift from our approved list. Before you can even come, no matter how many times, you will be given a list of either food or groceries to bring and a chore list for you to be doing. No more than 2 visits per week per person. That list escalated very quickly, if you ask me. It started off with such promise. I was like, oh yeah, that seems reasonable. Oh, that seems reasonable. And then it's like, wait, no, what? Where are we going? How do we turn around? It's to help keep visits minimal, and no one can complain about favoritism because everyone is treated equally, which is poorly. Which brings me to my current situation with my sister-in-law, a 20-year-old female. She studies in a different part of the country and is rarely home and asked to visit last week before she had to go back to school. So we set up a date with a link to our gift list and then sent her a takeout that we would want, including the chores that she can choose from. Sent immediately, text back saying that she's broke and she can do extra chores instead. Me and my husband talked about it and came up with the decision that if we bent the rules for one person, everyone would want the same treatment. Oh my goodness, this is just wild. We told her that we were very clear about the rules and maybe next time she could visit. When you're not a poor student, come visit when you have money. She begged and even said that she would clean the whole house because it would be June before she would be able to be home again, and we simply texted no. She did not reply. I wonder why. Why didn't she reply? She left this morning and we got multiple texts from my in-laws belittling us for using our child as a cash grab. My husband simply replied that it was our rules and no one deserved special treatment, then told his family that they were on a timeout and blocked. Oh my goodness. Since then, my family and our friends have told us that we are wrong because she was a broke college student and they would have understood if we looked the other way once. Everyone's missing the point here.
Yeah.
We have tried reaching out to his sister, but she won't reply. All right, folks. Maybe on the off chance, maybe I read a different story than you. Maybe I have a different interpretation of this. What do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Jerk. So much the jerk.
Like, I just don't see, honestly, like, these are not reasonable expectations. Who does this? Who extorts their own family to see their child? These people. We don't need to dig further. We just know that these people do. Don't use your child like this. Don't use your child to basically, get people to buy you special gifts and do chores around the house. I can understand wanting help. Especially if you're a new parent, you might need help. You might need someone to help out with chores around the house and stuff like that. And I do get that, and I think that's reasonable to want help and want like takeout or something like that too. The lives of parents are difficult, but this is taking it to a place where I feel like it shouldn't go, and I think it's just very off-putting for me. It's very, has a very poor taste. Leaves me with a very poor taste in my mouth. So yeah, that's my thought. I want to know what you folks think. Anyhow, take care and good luck. You're the jerk. Your rules went from 0 to 60. Like smoking and vaccines, yeah, but gift cards and chores? The entitlement is strong with this one. Exactly. Like, fair enough for the safety, but the rest, it's just money grabbing. That freaking baby better do my taxes and give me a huge refund if I'm required to roll through like 3 wise men and provide manual labor from an appointed list. What in the ever-loving heck?
That's what I don't get. How are so many people okay with this?
Yeah, it's like everyone seems okay with the whole list and like, oh yeah, well, we should have just bent the rules for. No, there shouldn't be this list in the first place. There's some rules are very valuable there, but the other rules are just like, how do you do that? How do you have the gall, the audacity to ask for this kind of stuff? That and people is how OP and Co become isolated from everyone in their life, and no one will be ever able to visit their house to see their newborn ever. Poor baby growing up isolated from friends and family and peers due to the parents being gold diggers and entitled. You're the jerk. Yeah, I mean, if someone was like, oh hey, if you don't bring us gifts and do chores at our house and stuff like that, you won't get to see our baby, I would probably be like, oh, that's just too bad. I'm so sorry. I can't hear you on the phone anymore. It's breaking up. Bye. Everyone's gonna be like, Brian's terrible. Brian is terrible. All right, folks. You know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? It's tea time. And you know what else time it is? It's Amber is a cheater time for guessing what tea I had by smelling it.
Well, I didn't even say what I guessed. Well, I just told you I knew what it was.
She was like, oh, I know what tea you have. And I'm like, you're a cheater, Amber. You're a dirty cheater. Tell her.
I'm very clean. I showered yesterday.
So, no, Amber isn't a cheater here. I'm just being ridiculous. I am being silly. I have licorice spice. It's a very tasty tea. So I was planning on having licorice spice the other day, as I mentioned, and I felt left out. I felt cheated of my licorice spice. So I had to. So no surprise Earl Grey today, and licorice spice all the way.
Mint over here.
Amber has mint tea, which is unsurprising. Let me know what beverage of choice you're having today. I always enjoy hearing about it. Maybe we'll take a second during our tea break while you take a sip of your tea to tell a joke so that you can spit it all over the screen later. Make sure while I read this to have your mouth full of tea so we can exercise the liquid of choice. You of course want to always have a beverage prepared for these sitcom-y instances. What is the wife of an engineer called? Bridget. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it so much. If you didn't like that joke, build a bridge and get over it.
We totally work with field engineers though, because I'm a software engineer.
You know what, Amber? I build bridges with my code. If you can't deal with that, deal with it.
You do financial software.
We can't hear you. Bridget is your name. Howdy, folks. I'm Brian.
I'm Amber.
I'm Bridget.
No,
I'm Bridget. All right, let's move. Let's get our next letter started. Our next letter is titled, "Am I a jerk for not telling my fiancé where I go on Sundays?" So, this is a super weird situation, and I need some judgment. I'm a 32-year-old male, and I've been engaged to Amanda, a 34-year-old female, for about a year. We dated for 3. She has a 12-year-old daughter named Alexis. Me and Alexis have a good relationship. Me, Amanda, and her ex all have a good relationship for the most part. I am totally comfortable with my role. So, Amanda, her ex, and Alexis have this weird thing they do. They all get together on Sunday and hang out, the 3 of them, like that's so weird. Imagine wanting to hang out with your father and your mother at the same time. Like, I'm not insecure about it, but why would you want to spend a day, a week with your ex is beyond me. I said how weird it was with this when they started dating, but Amanda said that Alexis looks forward to it weekly, so she never stopped. So at first, I would just hang out in the room or basement all Sunday, but I got tired of being trapped in my own house, so I started leaving the whole day. Amanda would never ask where I was going or anything, wouldn't even notice that I was gone. So at first, I was going golfing or getting errands done or would find a bar, but then I reconnected with my old friend Bella. Bella and I dated 5 years ago and have remained good friends since. Okay, I need a pause right here, folks. I can't understand, mister, I can't understand why you would want to hang out with your ex all day long. Goes and hangs out with his ex all day long. Boo. She just broke up with her husband and moved into a new apartment. I told her one Sunday that I was just planning on going to the movies, and she instead invited me over. So we smoked some substances, watched some movies, cooked, and just hung out. It was nice, and ever since, it's become my new weekly tradition. Whenever Sunday would come around, I would head over to Bella's and we just hang out all day. I didn't see the need to bring up to Amanda where I was going. She never asked or ever wondered where I was on Sundays. So yesterday, Bella stopped by our house to drop off my phone charger because I left it at her place. Amanda asked why Bella had my phone charger, and I told her it's where I was on Sunday. She asked why I was there, and I told her that it was my Sunday hangout spot. She flipped out, saying it was rude to not let her know that I was hanging out with an ex. I laughed and said, "Do you really not see the irony with that statement?" She said it's different because she was forthcoming about her and her ex's relationship, and that if I had an issue with it, then I should have said so. Imagine that communication, folks. I said that I already did bring it up, and she said it was important to her daughter. Was I supposed to just interfere with the highlight of her daughter's week in order to make myself feel better? No, I'll just sneak out the back door and head to my friend's house. And that I didn't see why this was an issue at all. We trust each other and we're adults. Amanda doesn't want me over there anymore and says that she wants me to find another spot to spend my Sundays. I said that I don't want your ex over here on Sundays anymore if that's how we're playing this. Am I the jerk? Update. Some stuff has really hit the fan with the whole situation. I've put my foot down and said that I'm not being forced out of my house anymore. That they can do Sunday fun day at her ex's place moving forward. I'll post a complete update where I can. I did want to clarify that the reason that I don't hang out with them is that I'm not asked to in the first place. Then I always feel awkward about the whole thing. So at first I stayed away because I was asked, then I felt like a fourth wheel, so I decided to quit trying. Bella has really helped because she went through something similar with her significant other. Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Jerk.
You know, I'm a little torn on this situation. I don't necessarily think that he is entirely a jerk in this situation. And I think that this is a little bit complicated because the way I see it is like she is hanging out with her ex, but she was forthcoming, right? And I think that he didn't, after the fact, he didn't like hide the fact that he was like going over to Bella's house or anything like that. He just neglected to tell her that he was heading on over to her house. And I do think that that was a little bit on the jerky side of thing, but I think that the wife demanding that he not go over to Bella's house anymore was kind of out of line here. And I think that if, OP is trusting of the relationship between his, wife and her ex, then he can be afforded the same kind of courtesy as well. Unless there's a reason to think that he and Bella are cheating, I think that it's not necessarily unreasonable for him to go over there. But I think he should have been more transparent from the beginning about what his activities were. And I think that there was a lot of communication, missed opportunities for communication throughout this entire situation. Like, at some point in time, that's a non-Sunday, he can just be like, yeah, actually, I don't feel like I'm included. Is there any way that you folks can include me, right? Or any number of things. There were a lot of missed opportunities on both sides, I feel like, for communication. And I would have a hard time solely blaming OP for the situation because I think that it's a little complicated. So I don't know. I'm either leaning towards he's the jerk, no jerks here, everyone's a jerk.
I think there's definitely jerks here. I don't think you can say anyone's blameless.
Yeah, I don't know that anyone is entirely blameless here. So yeah, I think that there's at least one jerk in this situation. It might be an everyone's a jerk situation, especially if if you don't trust your partner enough when they're going away. But again, it seems more like the trouble is like the way it's going to come across is that he's been hiding this, right?
Well, it's also convenient this right when she breaks up with her husband too.
Yeah, I look at that more as like she just needs someone to hang out with though, and less of a like. I mean, the optics are poor, but from this post, it doesn't give any indicator that he's actually like cheating on her.
Oh no, I'm just saying the optics for his wife's perspective.
Yeah, so I do think that there's an optics issue, and I think there's a communication issue. So yeah, you had us at the first half, but man, so many red flags in the second half. 100% you're the jerk. Hanging with an ex and keeping it a secret, that alone makes you a jerk. Like I said, I don't think he should have kept it a secret. I think he should have been really forthcoming and talked about that ahead of time. So, yeah. While I totally agree with your judgment, OP is a jerk, and obviously does have an insecurity issue, even if he specifically says he's not, I can't help but ask myself, why did the girlfriend never even bother to ask if he had a good day, too, or what he was doing all day? If I spent an entire day without my significant other, I would always ask how their day was, just because I care and I'm an interested partner. I mean, that is a golden point right there. Like, why? And like what I was saying, there are a lot of missed opportunities for communication here. I do think, again, like the most ironic bit here is he's like, I don't know why you would want to hang out with your ex all day, and then goes and hangs out with his ex all day, right? I mean, this is just ridiculous. And their relationship seems to be good. Why he never asked to join them now, and they consider him part of the family too? I know it's a tradition, but this way he will always be an outsider. And I think that is a problem. I mean, he is not hanging out. He's not spending quality time with his wife or his, I mean, I don't know if they were girlfriend or wife or whatever, but they're not spending quality time and they're not being a family, like one day a week. And I think that that's problematic. Asking for trouble. All right. Our last letter is titled, Am I a jerk for telling a guy that I find his body hair disgusting? I'm a 19-year-old female and I was in a hot tub with friends. A guy friend made some very obvious conscious effort to look at my armpits. He said that's absolutely disgusting and he has never seen a girl with unshaven underarms. And that he's going to have nightmares. Oh, you poor baby. Nightmares, imagine that. I told him that his pits are unshaven, and he doesn't even bother to hide them. He said it's fine since guys are naturally supposed to grow hair and girls aren't.
What? Naturally?
Naturally, folks. The naturally part in that. I said most girls find guys' underarm hair disgusting. I do. We're just too polite to comment. He said that's not true at all. I asked the girls, 18 female and a 19 female, and they agreed that body hair is just as disgusting on guys. He got mad and said that girls are high maintenance, and I said no, guys are. All right, folks. What do you think? Do you think that guys with with hairy armpits are gross? I think this is a very, very subjective matter, but subjective. Subjective is the word I'm looking for. I almost changed it. I'm like, wait, maybe it's objective. No, there is no objection to your objectiveness. No, I think that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and the guy going out of his way to make these rude comments was rude. He could have just kept his mouth shut. He didn't need to comment on this. No one asked for his opinion. She wasn't like, "Hey, do you like my armpits?" and didn't ask him like for his opinion. This, I've said it before. Opinions are often best when kept to yourself if not asked about them. I don't think I phrased it quite that way before, but now I have. So, yeah. Anyhow, yeah, take care. Not the jerk.
Turnaround is fair play.
Turnabout is fair play. Not the jerk. If girls aren't supposed to grow hair, then where does it grow from? On every single woman. I'm so sick of the shaving culture. Same, I haven't shaved my legs in literally years because I just can't be bothered to put time or energy into it. I'm clean, so what does it matter? And I think this is a personal preference thing. Some people feel comfortable with body hair and some people don't. And I think that, again, you do you, and if this is what makes you comfortable, do it. I think that, people are, should be entitled to have their body hair the way they want it. And they're comfortable. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider giving me a like, and if you didn't, consider giving me a dislike. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all on Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye. You all expected me to say something else, didn't you? You expected me. You can't expect the unexpected when you can expect the unexpected when you're on this channel. Let's put it that way.